It is 12:12 on this good Tuesday. And I just got a few topics I want to talk about. Angel Reese, the City Girls, and I want to get into the baddies a little bit because they lying. They lying away that whole little fight with her and Tommy went. And of course, I got my little clips I like to play. But I'm going to wait till a minute, y'all, and then we just going to get started. I gotta figure out how to play music without getting copywritten on here. Okay, y'all. The first thing I want to get into is Angel Reese. The recent comment she just made. Because remember, they just fined her for not talking about the game afterwards. So I just want to get into how she feel after this game. Okay, y'all. Here we go.
Just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too, and I want y'all to realize that. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold-out arenas, like, just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll...
And that's what I love about Angel Reese, right? Because if it's really about the game, then let's just focus on bringing attention to the game and not trying to split up the players. In my opinion, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark don't dislike each other. Every time I hear Angel Reese speak on Caitlin Clark, it's always in a good manner. Whenever I hear Caitlin Clark speak on Angel Reese, it's always in a nice manner. It's the media to me and the fans, of course. For me, I'm an Angel Reese fan, but I'm not gonna downplay Caitlin Clark contribution to the WNBA, right? But I'm also gonna be honest on Caitlin Clark and on Angel Reese. To me, no bias aside, I feel like Angel Reese is mentally more prepared for the game because when she got chokeslam mid-air, she said, "Yeah." I mean, that's what they were supposed to do. What? I didn't expect that. But with Caitlin Clark, they push her to the ground hard, and she looking at the ref crazy. But to me, if you watch the WNBA prior to these rookies, you would know that this is nothing new. This is why the whole debate of they're angry at her or they mad at her really don't fly because they were playing straight hockey on the basketball field. You know, in hockey they play real rough. They let them fight all kind of stuff, and that's how WNBA is. It's real violent, and I'm mad that because they're women, they're expecting them not to be as violent and aggressive. Like, it's basketball. It's a contact sport. That's what you're supposed to do. So I like her mentality on that, right? Even though they beating her up out there, she's like, look, they not supposed to take it hard on me just because I'm a rookie, and I agree wholeheartedly. They not supposed to take it hard on. I mean, make it easy for her because she a rookie. But with Caitlin Clark, I think they should have waited. I think they should have waited to see how she performed against grown women and not compare her playing against college kids because it's a major difference. And these grown women have been playing in the pros for a long time. So I think, honestly, I think the fans set her up for that. And not really the fans of sponsorships and stuff. I think they really, by naming her the GOAT too soon. Naming her the GOAT too soon. So now it's like, we gotta save her instead of just waiting and watch what she produced, you know, because I don't think she's doing bad for her first time in the WNBA, but I think they kind of just overdid it. And now that she's not performing that way and she's not playing the way she was playing in college, they're trying to like downplay it, which I don't necessarily agree with. But I think she's an awesome player. I think Angel Reese is an awesome player because let's not forget the WNBA app had to apologize to everybody because they thought that they were going to watch Angel Reese game after Caitlin Clark game, but they end up only playing Caitlin Clark's game. So somebody ended up recording it on the sidelines, and they end up getting the same amount of views that they was getting for that last game. So that says a lot about Angel Reese's contribution. So I don't think Angel Reese has to stay humble about that. And then let's not forget, she's the one that won the ring. So I mean, I think she has every right to say how she feel on her contribution to the WNBA. But overall, I think they're both good players. I think we just have to wait to see. This is their rookie year. You know what I'm saying? Let them get adjusted. Let them play. Cardoza, she's doing good, and there's other rookies that are doing really good. So I think they just have to get their form in. You know. Let's see.
Now listen, all jokes aside, I do want to address the end of that clip. I genuinely was surprised by the reaction. And I did not...
This is Monica McNutt talking to Shannon Sharp about her and Stephen A conversation.
Intend to make it personal. But when I look at Stephen A and my relationship with Stephen A, he the head honcho at ESPN as far as I'm concerned. And I have been in this women's basketball space for so long and have been privy to many a conversation pushing and pitching and asking for space. So from where I sit, if SA says, let's talk about it, it's going to be discussed, right? Right. He and I had a conversation tonight. Okay, cool. There are things that play that maybe I did not consider when I made that statement. But what I do stand by is that the way that the WNBA is being covered in this season just started in May, this particular season is at a different fervor and tenor than it was 3 years ago. Now, whatever factors go into...
It's like they trying to soften up the game. Like WNBA always been hard. They always been rough riders out there. So for them to try to, this is not how you play basketball. And then Draymond Green out of everybody talking about where's her players. He should be the last person talking. But my point is, it's always been like this. So like, that's why the WNBA players are looking like, are we supposed to change how we move because she come in there? I think that's where the attitude is coming from. Like, why would we change the way we play if we've been playing like that forever?
Be that as it may, but 3 years ago, we were not having these conversations about the WNBA as we are now, and that is just a fact.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't have this conversation 3 months ago.
Fair enough, right?
What you said, Monica, it's never too late to do the right thing.
Absolutely, and I think that some people be like, oh, nobody's talking about it. Like you. I heard you at the end of that show. You lucky Molly had to go to break. You talking about Monica, you proving his point because nobody's talking about Caitlin Clark at the end.
So they were just going back and forth. She was pretty much saying, you could have been covered the WNBA 3 years ago, but you still wasn't covering. But now that all of this is happening, which a lot of people are now covering the WNBA, but she's saying, let's keep the same conversations we were having years prior. Let's not change it up and try to make the game softer or try to point somebody out to be attacked when this is just the nature of the game. The person who was talking, she's been in the pros for years and years. So she know exactly what's going on. Child. But with all over it though, I am excited that the WNBA is getting this amount of attention regardless. Which is why I'm happy Angel Reese made the statement that she made of, I don't mind being the villain. You know, the WNBA is getting the attention that it's never gotten before. You know, and they're getting things like NIL deals that they get to carry over to the pros. So it's just so many good changes that are happening. And she don't mind being a villain. Like I said, I think she was mentally prepared. She knew what was happening. She don't care about the naysayers, the comments. She knew what was happening. All right, y'all, we finna get into Caresha, but give me a second. I gotta check my food. Child, about to burn the kitchen up. Okay, I had to take that off the stove before I burn this place down talking. Okay, so Caresha in the City Girls. I'm finna play her interview and then we gonna talk about it.
Album just dropped and it didn't do too well, and we was just like trying to do our press run. You know, the whole rollout of the album was just so bad because we was just in two different spaces.
The rollout was terrible, and I think I don't know if they were depending on their fans to just show up and show out regardless if they did promotion or not. I think that only worked for certain artists, or they were banking on their team to come up with something, because there was literally no rollout. People did not know that the City Girl album was coming out. And even when they was on the Breakfast Club was like, we could have did a whole City Girls week. We could have just dropped a song every day. Like, they could have came up with something. And they were like, yeah, we should have, but we didn't. And I'm not sure why. I don't know if maybe their heart just not in it no more. Maybe it's just time for them to go their separate ways. Let's not forget, Young Miami was not a rapper at first. She was not a rapper. She JT convinced her to do this, and she was like, okay, cool, well, let's do it if it work. And then JT ended up going to jail, and she ended up holding the City Girls down. So I don't think this was meant for her to be for like a life type thing. I think this was just an in the moment thing, and I see her more as an influencer, partier. Not too much on the parties, but partier, like that type of person. I don't think she has to be a rapper anymore. I think, they just had their time and that was it. The same reason why the show that was kind of depicted about the City Girls, the first season did very well because the City Girls was hot. They had the momentum, they had the culture behind them. This time the culture's not really behind them like that, since they separated. So that show, the second season, ended up getting canceled altogether. So that makes a huge deal. But I think it's good that they separate. I don't think the City Girls will be getting another album. I think it's over for the City Girls. I think that was like a moment in time. I think it is time for JT to go ahead and do her solo rap career. And it's time for Miami to do what she do. I think it's good. I don't think they should force it. If it's not there, it's not meant to be. Don't force it. Y'all had y'all good run and keep it moving. But it's crazy. Let's keep going on.
Like we older now, and it was just like she was doing her own thing. She on the West Coast. I'm in Miami. I'm doing my own thing, and I felt like naturally when she doing her own thing, it just worked for her. And when I'm doing my own thing, it worked for me. But when we get together as a group, it just wasn't connecting.
That mean the time's passed. And that's okay. That's good that they know, right? So they not keep putting up albums tarnishing their name. I think they should stop where they at. They still got good hits for the City Girls. The album didn't do good, but JT is doing good, and then Caresha can keep on doing her own thing. I think it's smart.
Just wasn't working no more. So I think we both was at a point where we was just like, we probably should just do our own shit. Right. But that was the point for me. I think when the city...
Yeah. And I wonder, a lot of people are saying, Miami spent a lot of her time with Diddy and kind of separated herself from JT. But I don't know, because mind you, they're on different coasts, right? They're living completely separate lives. It's not like in the beginning where they were living in the same city, and so it was easier. Like, they were living completely, they were arriving in separate cars, separate planes, like they were doing everything separate. So I think time just moved on, and it was just time for them to end. Okay, now the last thing, Baddies, and then I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna only be on here for like 20 minutes. Baddies, why do people keep lying to Natalie, acting like Natalie won that fight between Tommy? Can somebody let me know that? And that pissed me off, because it's like, girl, you did not win. Tommy straight dragged her. Somebody that pissed me off. That ain't really pissed me off. But Tommy dragged her through the sand and everything. And the only reason why Tommy won the second fight is because Natalie, the security was holding Natalie hands. A fool, right? Let me see. But I love the way Tommy entered that beach on the horse. The baby looked good. She looked good. Gretchen keeps saying the N-word, talking about she Hispanic, that she could use the N-word. You cannot use the N-word. Just because you have some sort of proximity to blackness does not mean you are, which means you cannot use that word. And if you know how detrimental that word comes from the opposite end, why would you want to use the word, right? I'm going to give y'all an example, right? There's two people who say that they're gay, right? I can't jump in and be like, you're gay or you're F, even though they call each other that, right? That's because that's their community. So they can call each other that. But I'm not part of the LGBTQ community. So it would be inappropriate for me to use that word towards them, even though they use it to each other. For the life of me, I don't understand why this is hard to understand, but I just want to break that down for y'all, just in case y'all trying to figure out why y'all use it, y'all, because we can. You know what I'm saying? That's our business. That's all. But let's keep it going. I can tell Natalie was hella scared to fight Tommy because she in the back by the water. She by the water talking about, where you at, Tommy? What's up? She was talking all that mess. The horse was in the middle of the circle. Why didn't she walk, you know what I'm saying, towards Tommy? She in the back. And then after she got dragged before the second fight, she like, be a good sport. Be a good sport. You know we cool. She ain't want to fight that girl no more. She did not want to fight that girl no more. But it's crazy because she be talking big mess. And then the cast talking about, yeah, she won. The second fight that they had, I feel like the only reason why Natalie got a hold of Tommy is because the security was holding Tommy's hands. And we seen it in 4K. So Natalie's talking about, yeah, I did my big one every time. It's like she talking even though she got beat up after it to make it look like to the scene. Like we didn't see it with our own eyes that you lost. And that's how you know that boxing thing was rigged. But I ain't gonna lie, that was a smart move to get people excited to see them two, just for them to only fight for 3 minutes, because you could tell Tommy was drunk. So I feel like the check was clear. They ended up paying Tommy off, and they was only trying to promote the Mayweather fight. But it was bogus to us because we was ready to see something, but it was smart marketing. You can't hate on it. Can't hate on it. Now Diamond and Tinkerbell, I feel like let's just wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? It happened. Y'all fought at the audition. Y'all on the show now. Let's just move on. And then when it comes to Tinkerbell bleaching her skin, it looks a mess because it's like it's just deteriorating, right? Like it's just different colors all over the place, and then she add the makeup, and then it kind of looks crazy. But what made me laugh was that Sapphire was like, how you gonna be mad at her? You mad at her because she bleached her skin? I don't know why. It was so funny to me. But I mean, that's her business. You know what I'm saying? She don't like the color of her skin. I guess, you know, do whatever. It's unfortunate that she feels that way. But what's your OF? What's OF? Hurry. But yeah, but let's try to stay away from the bleaching, y'all. The skin look good. The skin make the clothes. You see what I'm saying? You see why the yellow is just shining so bright? You know what I'm saying? The skin makes it. So like, let's relax on the bleaching for the people who do. I don't know anybody who does that. I know a lot of people from like the Caribbean does stuff like that, but child, we gotta let that go. We gotta let that go. What's your OnlyFans? Baby, I don't have an OnlyFans. Let's see. Natalie calling Tommy a op and expecting everybody to look at her as a op lets me know that she does not know how to fight her own battles, and like she has to be with a group in order to go against somebody. That doesn't make sense to me, and especially since you're supposed to be the boss of the group and it's supposed to be your show, even though we know it's Zeus Network show. Yeah, you can tell she need a group to just hype her up, and that's what they do. They do, especially since they all of them lied to her talking about she won the fight. But that's how you know that they don't really care about her and her best interest. They only want to be on the show. So Natalie, I would be careful thinking that they really got your back. That's just me. Aubrey O'Day, they need to bring Aubrey back. They need to bring Aubrey back. And I never thought to see Aubrey O'Day, Identity came member on Zeus, but her commentary is beyond me. Especially when she was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and let Chicken Noodle Soup take me on a walk talking about Brianna. Like, girl, why is you calling this girl Chicken Noodle Soup? And then she was like, to Gretchen, because Gretchen was still trying to explain why she can use the N-word. Aubrey was like, yeah, that wouldn't have flied in my era. Like, girl, why do you feel that comfortable? But we already talked about that, so we're going to move on. What else I wrote down? Yeah, Tommy definitely dragged Natalie. Mariah jumping in for Tasiki. I don't know what it is about New York girls, but Mariah and Brie, they always feel like they gotta jump in for somebody. Girl, let them do them. Let them do them. Biggie, I like that Biggie stuck up for Tommy though. Don't bring her up here, then not speak up for her because it's Natalie. And that's what I like about Biggie. Biggie gonna speak her honest truth, regardless if Natalie agrees or not. So I can respect that because a lot of people switch sides to be on Natalie's side, which to me is just so weak. I think that's all the major stuff that I had wrote down, y'all. Oh, I didn't see Meatball coming at Jayla the way she did towards the end. I wasn't ready for that, but I get it though, because if y'all peep the episode prior, Biggie was like, "Y'all set me up, y'all set me up," and then Jayla just did an interview with some woman. I don't know her name. What is her name? She was on a podcast, and she was like, "Yeah, all that baddie stuff is just for TV. It's just for show." So that means what Biggie was saying towards Natalie about them setting her up, that was true. That was hella true. Child just helling on themselves. But yeah, I just want to hop on here real quick, good 20-minute rant. And just to talk about that, y'all. Y'all got anything y'all want to say before I hop off? Besides, here we talking about an OnlyFans. Baby, I don't have an OnlyFans. I don't judge anybody who got an OnlyFans, but I ain't got one. Not at all. But y'all think I'm gonna go ahead and exit off. Always, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Even if you slide in for a minute, slide out. I appreciate y'all just hearing what I got to say. I'm new to this. I be on here daily, around this time, 12 o'clock. And just a rant. I just go. I got topics. If I feel like something y'all need to hear or some tea that just came out and y'all need to hear real quick, I just come on and I just jump on. So make sure y'all hit that notification button. And go to y'all settings and make sure y'all hit the toggle. YouTube just did an update. So if y'all not seeing the people that y'all follow, it's because they unfollowed us permanently. Why? I don't know. But you have to go to settings and I'm gonna do a video on how to figure it out. But I just got told to update. So a lot of people aren't getting their subscribers that they're normally getting because the update instantly just took it off. I don't know why they do that. YouTube just doing anything. But I'm gonna do a video to let y'all know and show y'all how to do it and go through that process. But yeah, y'all, that's it. Always, I appreciate y'all for checking it out. Make sure y'all subscribe, y'all like me, y'all come in here, and yeah, see y'all tomorrow.